would you like to ride the carriage the 50 feet to the temple, or would you like to just walk?
No, neither.
You're gonna fly.
No, I'd like Ditsy to ride the carriage the 50 feet to the temple.
You mean drive the carriage the 50 feet to the temple?
Yeah.
Okay, Ditsy does that. It takes about 2 minutes to forward, reverse, forward, reverse,
Good.
forward, reverse, and then once she's finally done
3
that,
points with horses.
it's difficult to get horses to walk backwards, and then she finally just drives it. Then for about 10 seconds to the front of the temple. When she arrives, she jumps down from the thing, holds a hand up to you. Holds a hand up to you, Christopher. May I help you down, decisioner? She says.
I don't know.
She's really short. She's really, really short.
Go inside.
It's like she's taking the piss by offering you a walk down. She walks in the door.
Drake, hang on. Dragon, take Dre's men around, let her see, hand back your shit, do your sorries, etc.
Dragon, Triezamine.
Yeah, I'll be here with the carriage.
Triezamine, Dragon, and Ditsy walk in the front door. What you see when you arrive in there is 2 druids sweeping the floor. And they seem to have been spending their time sweeping up a large amount of ball bearings into a corner. Ditsy approaches them and says, "Hi guys." And they say, "Ditsy, you seem to have dropped something on the floor here. We swept it up. We thought you would probably like that." She says, "Thank you guys. I appreciate it very much. Here's something I found." She hands the rod to one of the druids. The druid says, "Yes. The fact that there was nobody else in the town apart from you guys kind of let us know that you were the ones that took it, but your charm led us to believe that you were probably going to return it. Especially since my brother," the druid points to the other one, "tells me that he gave his to one of your party." That druid looks to you, Dragon, and in his eyes you see a sort of shine and an expecting.
Yes, I smile, walk up to him, hand him the rod and the 2.5 gold. With a little wink.
He takes the 2.5 golds as if like trying to avoid letting his brother see that you have given.
Oh no, I done it as one, so like he grabbed the thing and
sort of like
coin
in the hand. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
He secretes it back. He gives you a wink and a nod, and he seems very pleased with you, Dragon. Triezamine, how do you react to this whole situation?
Does someone want to explain what the hell happened here?
I look over and go, "No."
Ditsy says, I tripped and dropped my ball bearings.
Yeah, something like that.
Alright. Seeing as this lot are being coy about what happened, I'm going to give you a gold for your trouble. For any trouble that these guys cause.
The one that has been dutifully sweeping up the druid that has been dutifully sweeping up the ball bearing says, is that for me, or is that a contribution to the temple?
Take it as you wish.
He looks at it dutifully and says, "I shall keep it for the temple." And he walks back towards the back of the temple, where you then see, as he is walking towards him, the abbot, who is a human. He has a hat, which is kind of shaped like an abbot's hat.
Abbot style.
Abbot's hat looks like. And and he puts the gold on the table in front and says, "These children have offered this donation to the upkeep of the temple." And the abbot, he says, "Bloody good job! These bloody foreigners coming in all over the place. I don't know why
Cortana, move your
You
tail.
realise at that point that the abbot is drunk as a skunk on what appears to be sacramental
Holy
wine
wine.
that he has
Yeah.
on the altar in front of him.
Not the communion wine.
He says, "Communion? This is no place of communion. Not since the flock left. Not since I was left here with just these two imbeciles."
Why did your congregation leave?
My congregation was only a bunch of people interested in money. When the money ran out in this town, the congregation left. And they left me here. And he drinks a big swig of sacramental wine. Says, "To prey upon my own. And I don't mean that like I'm attacking people," he says. I mean it like I could pray. Because I pray every day. That
You've clearly lost your faith.
you don't know what I've lost. You don't know what I've lost. I lost my congregation, he says. And with that, he slammed back into his chair and starts to sort of drool ever so slightly as he looks like he's winking back into a kind of memory. There were days, he says, there were days when I would have 100 or more people visit my temple every day. And do you know what I learned when they left? I learned that faith is not just in your heart, but also in the hearts of the people that you pray for. I wish they would come back. Because
How can we help you?
how can you help me? You want to get on your knees and pray? There's only two of you. I want to help people reach their God, he says, and drinks another big swig from his sacramental wine. The brothers, the druids, turn and say, "I'm sorry about the priest. He
An alcoholic?
has lost himself since the city or the town became lost. He was a friend, deeply a friend of the wizard who started this town, who began this town. I think," says one of them to Heresamin, "I think that he misses his friend." "I think," says the other one to you, "he blames himself for his loss."
What can we do to help him?
They say, well, the druid that Dre'gar had interacted with the night before turns to you and says, I think there is only one thing that would bring solace to our abbot, and that would be an explanation for why his friend, the wizard, disappeared. Many have searched for the lost wizard and none have returned. Even the son of the mayor went searching, and he looks at you with dim eyes, shakes his head.
Where was he last seen?
He never returned. They were last seen leaving on the northeast road. The last. It was 2 years ago that the wizard left on that route.
What does he look like?
Grey beard, pointed hat, purple cloak.
What's his name?
We all just called him the wizard.
What if we were to find him?
If you were to find him, I think that you would change the direction of this town, but more importantly to me, you would change the direction of our abbot's mind.
I shall speak with my particular, and I can't promise anything, but we will try and look for it.
The wizard says, "Your acquisition's incorporated, aren't you?"
Yes.
They
We are
left.
the magic bastards.
They left without trying to solve this puzzle. I'm glad to see that you have returned. He turns back towards the ball bearings, helps Ditsy in putting them back into her bag, and then looks at the abbot, and you see a sadness in his eyes. You turn to leave, but just as you leave, one of the wizards snaps his fingers and he says, "Albas." Sorry.
Albas?
It has been years. And I was never really his friend, but Albas was the name of the wizard.
Thank you.
He says, "Don't worry. Anything I can do to help Acquisitions Incorporated." He turns.
Are there any defining features that would make him extra recognizable?
I didn't know him personally. But
Any scars?
no, I didn't know him personally, but I did know that his obsession was with green. His obsession was with the green of the land, the plants, the grass,
I like this guy already.
He didn't hear what you said, Dre'gar, I'm afraid.
I like the sound of this guy. I like the guy already.
The abbot seems to become fevered at the mention of the name Albas and starts to tremble with what you can't tell is whether it might be fear or rage or sadness, but tremble he does, and the two druids go to his aid.
Sorry, Cortana's being so cute right now.
Cortana's trying to steal Dre's
She's
headset.
playing with my beard. She likes to stroke my hair. Look.
Oh, she is. That's very cute. Can't wait until you guys sort out her character stat.
Okay.
You feel as though all that can be done in this temple has been done. Unless you wish to search further, it seems as though the two druids are busy taking care of the abbot, who is drunk as a skunk. And
I have one more question for the other wizard guy.
Druid.
The one that said the name.
These are druids, not wizards.
Okay, druid.
There's one
Is there
priest
anything
and
else
two
you
druids.
can tell me? Is there anything else you can tell me about Albas?
He says, if you want to know more about Albus, talk to the mayor.
Speak to the mayor. Okay. That is our next stop. What a coincidence. Dre'gar, do you want to continue searching?
No, I'm good.
Ditsy?
Ditsy's just like, I searched this place twice already.
Twice?
Yeah, once before you got here, once after you got here.
When you were asleep in the Uber.
Alright. Back to the carriage.
You return to the carriage, and you board the carriage. Ditsy explains to Christopher everything that took place in the temple, including the mention of Albus and
Christopher,
the
I
drummer.
think Teresa should probably explain that to me rather than Ditsy, if she was the one
Okay, I
in the
thought Ditsy
conversation.
was the one who was joining you on the seat next to you.
Yes, but she wasn't there for the
Triasamine
conversation.
can do it through that whilst Ditsy is turning the carriage around, which will take several minutes.
We don't
Yes.
know where we're going.
So while Ditsy's turning
You're
the
in a
carriage around
cul-de-sac.
to take us towards the mayor, I explained to Christopher what happened in the temple, what was said, and I finished off by saying, Christopher, I really believe we have to find this man.
Man.
The
Yep.
wizard. We need to find him.
But they left, what did you say, 2 years ago?
2 years
Yeah.
ago, the wizard left, and many since then have gone to search for him, and
Sorry.
none have
Sorry,
returned.
President, did you get Dragon to get a map?
Yeah, I'm the conductor.
Dragon, you're the map person. Did you make a map of the temple?
No, of the direction in which this person apparently
They told
went.
you that they left on the northeast road. That the wizard left on the northeast road, and all parties that have gone in search of him since then have also left on the northeast road.
So, does mean what we know is that he left via the northeast road. Everyone else left via the northeast road. Has anyone come back from the northeast road?
It wasn't mentioned.
No one seems to have returned to Greenwood via the northeast road.
Matt,
Shut up. Alright.
that's it. Yeah.
They did say that to find out more information, we have to speak to the mayor. So I do believe we should go speak to the mayor. We're on that way anyway.
Okay, well, yeah, going to the mayor seems like a good shout anyway.
Doesn't hurt to ask.
Just wish we had a map of what happens beyond the northeast road.
I'm sure
well.
we can ask the mayor.
He might have a map.
He is the mayor, after all.
Exactly. He should have a map of the local area.
Sweet. Who's got the backpack at the moment?
Well,
No,
you
Wing
signed
Wing
it.
has all
You
the
signed
stuff, but I have the important stuff.
it.
So it depends what was in the backpack, depends on who has it.
You wrote it down. Who's the bag holder?
If
Technically, Wingway.
Wingway is the bag holder, but that's only the bag holder for missions ascribed by Acquisitions Incorporated.
And I only hold important stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yes, but that bag got stolen from you.
What the fuck happened while I was passed out?
And
Ditsy
then it got
turns
stolen
to you
from
and
me,
says-
so I think...
Ditsy turns to you and says, "Christopher stole your bag."
You stole my bag?
Yes, but, I was... Yeah, shut up.
Ditsy says,
No, it was a bet.
Davina says he was trying to win 5 gold from somebody and he stole it from you whilst you were in some kind of trance.
So who's currently in possession of the bag?
Who stole it from you?
Dre'gar.
Well, Dragon stole it from me, but I'm pretty sure I stole it back.
So it should be in your
No,
possession.
it was just left on the table, and I assume that when
No, well, if you
Triazamine-
grabbed it, that means I... Oh, yeah,
you
I'll
grabbed
put
it,
that down,
but then I've watched the video several times. Dragon, you grabbed it, but then in order to try and diffuse the tension, you put it back on the table, in the middle of the table. Davina was then sent upstairs. The bag was on the table when Triazamine entered the bar, and I forgot to tell her that was one of the things that she saw when she entered the inn. So Triazamine, you saw that bag on the table, your bag, in the middle of the table when you entered. I'm prepared to accept responsibility for not telling you that that's what you saw, and you can tell me right now what you did at that moment when you entered, just before you dragged Charlie aside to talk to him about what was going on.
Christopher.
Ignored everyone, grabbed my bag and went to bed.
No, Kayla, listen to the story.
I'm prepared to
ignored
concede
everyone and
that
grabbed my
you
bag.
either picked up the bag before talking to Christopher or after talking to Christopher. Either way, you have the bag, if that's what you want to have happened.
Yeah, I have the bag.
Okay. I forgot to mention that it was in the middle of the table when you entered the room. That's my fault.
That's alright.
And so whatever you say you did at that moment is history, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, your cat is so cute, Dre.
It's very cute.
Now you know it.
Ditsy, to the mayor's office, please. Don't spare the horses.
Ditsy's like, you guys just don't like walking, do you? And she trots the horse very slowly, the 100 metres around the corner to... Sorry, we're all in feet, but they get it. The 300 feet around the corner.
Christopher's there going, mush.
Ditsy's just looking at you like you're a crazy person as she sort of gently trots
Oh,
the
Ditsy
horse
just arrived.
to outside the mayor's place, which is just slightly downhill. It's so that there's a hill going up like this, Your bar is on the side. Tresmin, you should have been informed by one of them by now that the bar belongs to you or your team. The temple is just past a fountain that is not working at the top of the hill. Slight gradient.
So that'll be a statue then.
Not a big hill. Slight gradient. At the top of the gradient, there's a fountain, no longer working. Just on the left of that, that's where the temple is. So she's going to take it down the hill, past your inn, unnamed as yet, and turn right. And just on the right, is the entrance to the mayoral office on the right, the town hall, so to speak. It's slightly bigger than it's about the same size as the temple, but in a much more kind of
Sorry, I need to piss. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
See you in a minute, Charlie. And cut. Okay. You arrive with your Uber at the front, just outside of the front doors to the mayoral office. There are pillars outside of the mayoral office, as if to indicate its significance. Expensive building. And there is a large double door at the front. And tell me what you do.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think we should present a united front here. So, personally, what I suggest we do is leave Wingway to guard the carriage. You.
Who is asleep?
I should have woken up by now. It's been 25 minutes, hasn't it?
I thought he was taking a long rest, but okay, fine. Wake him up.
I thought you said he only had 25 minutes left.
No, Wingway never slept.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Okay, so, okay. Oh, yeah. Sorry. My bad.
Wingway is asleep, but he has been asleep for about half an hour.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. Sorry. Got that entirely arse about face.
Maybe more like 45 minutes, because you guys had breakfast before you left. And, yeah.
Well, he still wants a long rest, so
yeah.
He's still incapacitated. So, guys, what do you reckon? I reckon we're good to leave.
There don't seem to be any other people in this town. It doesn't seem like a place where bandits might steal your shit. Especially as this is the daytime as well.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm always a little bit wary. So how about we leave the peripherals outside? So we leave Davina and... fuck. What the fuck's her name? Fuck.
I say bring Ditsy with us.
Ditsy thing. I'd say leave Ditsy outside.
I say bring Ditsy with us. This is a vote.
Dre'gar, what do you reckon? Bring Ditsy with us?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Cool. This is a 4x4 split, so the 2 votes overrides the decisioner, I'm afraid.
Yeah, leave Davina in the carriage and bring Ditsy with us.
I wasn't going to use the decision of power. I was asking this in a not a democratic fashion or an autocrat.
You're not an autocrat, remember, Charlie. You're only a draw breaker.
It doesn't matter because I was asking their opinion. So, yeah, if they both reckon bring Ditsy, it does mean that we're leaving Davina to guard the Uber and Wingway.
It's okay.
Davina, with her ability to cast Spirit Guardians and...
yeah, but it is just her on the top. So, Okay. As long as we're happy with that.
Just not totally.
Cool. Let's go and so let's take Ditsy with us. Yo, Ditsy. Stay at the back.
Ditsy jumps in the back with Davina.
No, stay out the back of us.
Stay out the back. Stay outside.
No, stay at
Stay
the back.
behind us.
Oh, Ditsy's coming in with you. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but
I
stay
understand.
behind us.
Sorry, wine.
He takes the risk.
So we're going in with the presented front of.
Okay, cool. What order are you walking in the doors in?
Well, I think the two ridiculously hench people should walk in first.
Okay, so that'd be Dre'gar and Triezamine.
Mm.
There's double doors,
Yeah.
so two of you can walk through, you see.
Yeah.
And followed by Christopher and Ditsy.
Followed by Ditsy and then Christopher at the back.
Okay. You walk in to the mayoral office and you see in front of you a large room. This isn't a large room like the temple. It doesn't have pillars in the middle of the room. It is just a large room, nothing in the middle. And perhaps the ceiling is lower as well, indicating that perhaps there's a second floor. Especially since you could see the size of the building from outside. You walk in and you walk towards the middle of the room, and as you're walking towards the middle of the room, you see a man in a chair that is halfway between a bar chair and a throne. It's not a throne like a king might have. It's not a chair like a normal person might have. It's halfway in between. It indicates power.
Has it got one of those buttons that can make it go down or up?
Where is it, in the centre
Got
of
a
the room or
button
left or right of
that
the room?
ensures that the doors will close if an attractive woman walks in. But the man sitting in this chair,
Where's the chair situated in the room?
right
In front of the doors?
in the middle, but at the back of the room, as if
Got it.
like a
Got ya.
throne, like a throne in a throne room. But this chair is not a throne. It is halfway between a throne and a normal chair. So not ostentious enough to be a king's throne, but not so unostentious to be a barroom chair. It is halfway in between. It is made of wood,
wise,
but
it's
it is
basically
bejeweled.
an antique dining table.
A really nice chair then.
Really nice chair.
Antique dining.
Raised up. But the man sitting in it is sitting with his hands on the two armrests of the throne / chair, and his head is just down. He does not react to you entering the room.
Is he dead?
No, you can see him tapping just one finger on the armrests, the well bedecked armrests, well upholstered armrests. But he does not look up. He taps his fingers as if as you grow closer to him, But he does not show any other sign that he is aware that you are there.
Is there any stairs in the room? What else is in the room?
There is a door in the room on the right.
Right
and
back, yeah?
It is in a small alcove that indicates that it might lead to stairs. But there are no stairs in this room unless they are behind that door.
Cool.
Light streams through the windows. There is nothing in shadows that you cannot see. This room is about 40 foot by 40 foot.
So literally like nothing else in the room?
Yes.
Apart from
but the
dude in the
door
chair.
that leads outwards is maybe there is a 3 foot by 3 foot area outside of the 40 foot by 40 foot, 3 foot by 3 foot, like that. So maybe you walk through that and you would expect there to be stairs because the building outside was much higher than the ceiling that you're seeing in this room.
So this is where the door is, yeah?
No, this is near to where the throne is.
So the little alcove behind him?
Yeah, I'm saying alcove, but it's the wrong word. It's the opposite of an alcove. An alcove is something that goes in. This is something that comes out. I'm just saying,
okay.
I'm saying the wrong word. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Arched doorway.
Can I take this moment to drop slightly back from my compadres as we approach the centre of the room, please?
You can simply stop moving whilst they walk forward, yes.
Yeah. To the extent that they are no longer 5 feet within my range.
Yes.
Excellent.
In
which case,
you're assuming that they are still walking towards the man in the chair?
Yes.
Okay.
So as soon as they get beyond 5 foot of me, cast Thunderclap.
Ooh, to wake him up. Okay, without hurting any of the people. Are you going to do this using your instrument, or are you going to do this without?
I will do. Basically, I'm going to go for down.
Sure.
Excellent.
Okay.
I want you to make. I so hope that you make this thing. You've got higher than a 50% chance of making it. Please roll me a D100.
Oh, 48.
Your instrument does not try to play anything else, but it does not play Thunderclap.
Very nice.
Listen to the wind blow.
Please, sir.
Down comes the night.
No, please, sir.
Watch the side lane. Down your love, down your life. Watch the shadow down your line. Walk into the shadow. into the shadows. Walk into the shadows.
Yeah, I know.
Walk into the shadows. Walk into the shadow. Walk into the shadow. Walk into the shadow. Walk into the shadow. The Odyssey casts darkness on your position. Shall I go?
The darkness spell was too strong.
The Odyssey casts darkness.
Sorry, I had to drop out for a sec there because you couldn't hear me. But
That's alright. The Odyssey casts
I
darkness.
didn't want to drop out before the end of the song because I enjoyed it.
No, that's alright. Do you want me to play it again? I'll play it later for you, Charlie.
No, I heard the song. I just didn't want to drop out. But
I
wasn't.
see.
Yeah.
Well, the Odyssey casts darkness on your position, Christopher.
All right.
So that the others have walked beyond that point of darkness, or they continue to walk as the spell is cast, and by the end of the spell being cast, they are out of the field of darkness, but you are in it.
Cool.
Christopher, where are you?
Bro?
You guys hear the music, but as you turn to see Christopher, you see only a field of darkness. Its darkness has a 20-foot radius. You are beyond that 20-foot radius and you stand in the middle of the room. The man in the chair says, I have heard many songs, many arias, but nothing can bring me out of my depression. There is nothing that can change the world that I am in. All I can do is leave. And if I leave behind those who I love. He looks up. He looks into your eyes, Triazamine. I'd like you to roll a lunatic check.
Oh, nice. 20.
Hey.
20.
What's that?
Nat 20. Nat 20 plus 7.
7 on my lunatic. That's 27.
Crazy.
He looks into your eyes and he sees something he's never seen before. He sees true madness. And this shakes him just a little. He believed that he was truly maddened by his life, but seeing true madness in your eyes, he just shakes and turns. And he looks into your eyes, Dre. And for a moment, he shudders. And he turns back to Triazamine and that true madness that he saw. And you get a sense that he just rejects it.
Rejects madness?
And he turns back towards you, Dre. Dre'gar. Drink. And you see something else in his eyes. The madness that had been there has been shaken. He looks you deep in the eyes. He stands up. And he walks towards you. And he gently raises his hands and holds you by the face. He looks into your eyes with pleading, and he just says, Dre'gar? Dre'gar,
Have a different name.
is it you?
No, I'm Dragon.
Suddenly fear sweeps the eyes of the man you see before you, and he says, No, no. There is no Dragon, there is only Dre'gar. Dragon was lost. He was lost to us. But then his eyes change. He looks at you differently and says, But you look so much like your brother.
You have a brother?
Apparently so. Sorry.
I enjoyed that.
He says, I'm sorry, you look like someone I once knew, someone I once cared for deeply. But he is gone.
Hey.
I hope he wasn't a twin.
He is gone from
News to me.
he is gone from these lands, and alas, it is my fault. There is nothing I can do to bring him back. He died.
Where did he go?
He died long ago.
How?
And then I lost his brother as well. And
How'd you lose the brother?
there is
Carelessness.
nothing I can do to rectify that. He turns and walks back to his throne and sits down and lays his head back into his chest. Christopher, you are currently in darkness. Dragon, Triazamin, you are in the middle of the room. Behind you by 5 feet is Davina. And
No.
oh no, sorry,
No.
Ditsy. And ahead of you by 20 feet is the man in the chair. Ditsy pushes the two of you aside and walks towards him and says, Wake up, old man!
Subtle devil.
Let your madness go for 5 minutes while we tell you why we are here. I told you we could break the curse that lives upon this town. Man looks up and into Ditsy's eyes, says, and yet all you bring me is a curse! He points at you, Dragon. Who is this? Who is this man who resembles my son?
Father?
Oh, you beat me to it by a second.
None of you have responded, so Ditsy responds.
No, there was a response.
Yeah, I looked at him and go, Father?
You said, Father. He looks at you and says, No. No, you were lost years ago. We hid you. We hid you so no one would find you. But you were killed. You were killed.
So I put my arms around him and pat him on the head, going, It's okay.
You weep
You missed.
in your arms. He looks up at you. Is this Dragon? It can't be you. We gave you away so that you would be safe. We gave you to the smith and his wife.
Oh, they died.
And so did you. We looked. We searched.
I managed to get away.
Dre'gar? Dre'gar, is it really you?
Yeah,
You look so much like your brother.
thank you.
Alas, you are too late. Your brother left not a month ago
Oh,
to confront the bane of this town. I gave him your birthright. We waited for someone. But
Wait, what's your birthright?
good point. What is my
no one
birthright?
came. No one came.
Well, I'm here now. I came eventually.
And also, in his defense, you did fucking get him up for adoption and just leave him with some peasants that got killed. And then didn't give a
Man
shit.
stands,
And didn't even
grabs a-
bother to search for him when he was dead.
The
So
man stands,
this is just what the
staff
darkness
with
is
his left
saying.
hand, slams it on the floor. There is a huge blast that emanates from it that pushes everybody 5 feet further out from the blast. And he just says, I had no choice.
The darkness moves back by 5 feet. By 5 feet. It's like, you're still a prick, though.
I had no
You
choice.
can't be crying now. Try and be all happy. He's returned now.
The cloak,
The cloud's gonna show up. The cloud's gonna show
cloak
up.
was designed.
The cloud sort of like envelops itself around itself, like to hide.
The cloak was designed for Dre'gar.
What cloak? Hang on,
Albas the
green.
green
Oh, it's green. Can I have it?
created it for you. If you are really who you say you are, then go and save your brother. The man descends back into his chair, a weeping mess, but he does not let go of your hand, Dre'gar. He looks back up into your eyes and says, you are really him?
Yes.
Then maybe the prophecy can be fulfilled.
What
What
prophecy?
prophecy?
When the two brothers are combined,
In what way?
the bane shall be lifted.
What you doing, step bro?
Sorry, carry on that.
Sorry, that's all you heard from him. That's the prophecy as
No.
well. When the two brothers are combined, the bane shall be lifted.
You went very echoey there. It sounded cool.
I know, it was cool, wasn't it?
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
Christopher, the darkness spell was not cast upon you, but upon the spot that you were standing in. So you cannot step backwards and the darkness will come with you. You can step backwards within the darkness, but you cannot see outside of it.
Perfect. So you say a 20-foot radius.
You've
Cool.
receded
So
5 feet, so you are now 25
Yeah,
feet.
I'm 15 foot from the start of it, and I'm cool.
Should have cast invisibility. Doesn't matter.
Well, I didn't have a choice.
No, I know you didn't, but I did, and I had to make it up while I was fucking playing the song. And I chose darkness. I should have chose greater invisibility.
Okay.
I have a question for the mayor.
Present it.
Is there any way to verify that this is your son? Do you have a lullaby or a family crest?
The birthmark.
He looks at you into the eyes of a lunatic, and it shocks him out of his lunacy. He looks at Dragon's face and says, "He is the spitting image of Dre'gar. His name is Dragon."
So you say. But I need proof.
Coincidence is coincidence.
He said, "There is no proof other than blood."
Yeah, you ain't having my blood. I like my blood.
Oh, mosquito.
Did
He
their
likes it,
mother
like-
not
Got
sing
that,
them a
okay.
lullaby or something?
Sorry?
Did their mother not sing them a lullaby?
Do not talk to me of his mother. His mother is who got him killed. He looks again at you, Dragon, and says, "Well, maybe she didn't. But she was the antithesis of everything we stood for."
Christopher's now bored of being in his little
Bubble of
cocoon of darkness.
Yeah,
and just runs
I
forwards.
wish you'd rolled a bit higher. What was it you rolled?
48.
48 point what? Nah, you can't get there. Sorry, you're literally 0.4% away. You're literally
I can't.
0.4% away from.
So I can't run out of the darkness.
Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah.
No,
So
no.
I'm now bored. So I'm just going to run out of there with 2 daggers, having heard none of this conversation.
Oh, you've heard all of it. It's not silence. It's darkness.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said I couldn't hear anything within it.
No, you couldn't
No,
see.
you can hear. You can see. It's darkness, not silence.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. Well, in that case, I run out, but without daggers.
Mhm.
Yeah?
No problem with me.
Cool. Run straight forward. Say, okay, guys. This has been fun. So, clearly that's your dad. He's clearly a mentalist. As we all know, Theresa is also a mentalist. I think we covered our bases here. Now, something about your brother.
She turns to you
also,
and says,
there's some-
"What makes you think I'm not a mentalist?" Gives you a wink.
Did I say you weren't?
Not say that out, sweetheart.
Did I say you weren't a mentalist?
I love the way that Dragon and Triazamine have this relationship that is slightly behind the game. It's just, come on, sweetheart. Mate, I'm going to say that all of that goes on in sort of looks and sort of like...
Damn it, you know me so well.
Do we or do we not have an Uber? Do we have a description or a general direction as to where this cloak is? And also possibly your brother, twin, older or younger. We don't really care at this point. At some point, he might try and stab you, at which point we'll stab him. If he doesn't try and stab you, we won't stab him. Understood?
The man stands up and says, "Who told you about the cloak?"
You did.
"No, I told you that there was a birthright." You hear a
cloak.
growl upon his voice.
I'm sorry. In that case, we definitely didn't hear that there was a cloak, and we just heard there was a birthright. In which case, it's still Dragon's, and he's still our friend.
Yeah, these guys are with me.
The man sits down in the chair, looks in your eyes again, Dragon, and says, "I'm sorry, my son. Your brother is dead.
Where's his corpse?
I don't know, but nobody knows.
And he's
He left by the northeast road.
Oh, that road.
Northeast Road. Got it. Is
We
there
need to
any
talk
other
to you
road
about that.
out of this city?
Yes, there's
Right.
the north road and the south road, but the northeast road leads into the mountains where Albas the Green was going to make more land fertile for this town, but he never returned.
Okay, so someone who later developed some form of cough syrup decided to jerk off on some grass. Brilliant.
What are you
Let's get in the
talking
carriage and
about,
take
you
the northeast
urchin?
exit.
This is my town.
Shut
This
up.
has always been my town.
Christopher,
We're not trying to
shut up.
take... Ugh, fine.
Don't you get it? Both these missions are leading us to the same place. We
Yeah,
need
I
to
get
find the
that.
wizard.
What mission do you have that concerns me?
We need to
Prismin,
find
can you tell
Albert.
that person to shut up and all?
Alright. Old man, Mayo, please hear us out.
Who are
We
you with
need
the
to find
crazy
Albert.
eyes?
We need to find Albert.
Albus is
Yes.
dead.
I believe by finding Albert,
Everyone
we can
who
find
went
the
to
plot.
search for him is dead. Don't you
If we find him,
understand?
we can find his son.
There is nothing left.
Guys, should we like go and like talk
Let me just-
outside away from this crazy man that keeps talking over us, and that way we can actually decide that we're going to take the northeast exit and
You
Do it.
must not take
Without-
the northeast exits, he says.
Oh, don't worry, we won't.
I'm
Dad.
done
You
here.
will
Fine,
die.
don't worry, just
I
Dragon.
am done
He
here.
turns to you, Dragon. He says, Dragon, you must not leave by the northeast exit. The
Ah,
northeast
shit,
road,
Sure.
no one knows
Sorry.
where it goes.
So
Matt,
don't go up
Matt,
the
that's-
northeast. Is it northeast?
If you travel by the
No.
northeast, you will be traveling by
Northeast,
the road that
cool.
every person has
No.
died by.
Good to know. All right.
that's a dirty 20. Okay,
For what?
so I've just thrown at this guy to shut him the fuck up again. Sleeve,
What? Persuasion?
No, throwing a dagger.
no dagger.
Oh, okay. He
Pin him
doesn't
to his chair.
even notice.
just shut up.
Christopher, Dragon, Ditsy,
It's the
go wait
only
outside.
way
Let me talk to him alone
It's for
for a
the
minute.
two brothers
Well,
to
what
be
is that, made of-
reunited. And don't you see? His brother left by the northeast gate. Everyone who leaves by the northeast gate dies or does not return. There is no way of reuniting the two of you. And as such, there is no way of lifting the bane that lays upon me. He chokes for a moment. I mean upon this town.
Right. Pissed off, Christopher walks back towards the carriage and asks Trismin very nicely, after his display of aggression and annoyance,
You've
if
walked
she can
back
retrieve his
towards
dagger
the-
for him.
You've walked back towards where?
Hang on, Matt.
Sorry?
And asks Trismin very nicely if she can retrieve his dagger for him.
Triazamine is next to the throne. You are now in the carriage.
Yeah, but as in on my way out, I asked Trismin to recover my dagger.
And while everyone is going back to the carriage, I'm going to use this opportunity to speak to the man, lunatic to lunatic, alone.
Yeah, I leave and follow Christopher.
Okay.
Right.
So, are you taking... Before you leave, Ditsy runs up to the man and says, "These are the men I brought for you. These are the ones I told you would solve The mystery of Greenwood. The man just looks away and looks into your eyes, Triezamine. Roll me a lunatic check.
17.
Ooh, 12 to 18, and you got it. Okay. The look in your eyes and the look in his eyes are about just as crazy as each other. And he says to you, "This woman brought you here?" Pointing at Ditsy.
Yes.
"And you are prepared to take the northeast road?"
Yes.
He slumps back in his chair and he looks to his right. And he looks back into your eyes. And he says, "How many of you are there?"
Well, there's me, there's Christopher, there's Dre'gar, who you've already met,
"My
there's
son."
Ditsy, and we have Wingway and Davina. And sometimes when he joins us, Colton.
"There are 5 of you?"
Yes.
"No. With Dragon, there are 6 of you."
Well, he does have his little cat, Cortana.
"You must find Dre'gar."
Help me find him. Tell me everything I need to know.
"By the northeast road."
Okay, you've said that. But I
"That
need
is
to know
all
more.
I know, and that is all I can give you. If you want to find him,
If you want my help,
then that
you'll
is
work
the way you
with me,
must
not
travel.
against me. If you want my help, and I'm willing to give you my help, you need to work with me, not against me. And tell me everything I need to know.
Ditsy steps forward and says, "We will find your son. We will find him."
Don't promise him that.
"No. Shh. Shh. We will find him. But we need something in return." The man looks at her and says, "What could I possibly give you? I have given everything. I have given everything I own. I have even given my own son. What could you ask of me?" Ditsy looks around. She looks to you, Triezamine. She says, "You are the documancer, are you not?"
Yes, I am.
She
What
looks,
about it?
She looks straight into the eyes of the man, of the mayor, and says, "We request 10% of everything this town makes if we are able to lift the bane that curses this town." Man looks at Ditsy and laughs, with tears weeping down his face, and says, You would offer me my son in exchange for money?" And Ditsy says, "No. I would offer you your town in exchange for money. I have already brought you your son." The man looks down. Whatever you want. I have spoken to you before, and I know your kind. You would thieve, you would torment, and you would defraud anyone
Alright, Ditsy,
who
shut
comes
up
in
and
your
go to the
path.
carriage.
But I tell you
Go to the carriage.
this, if you can bring me back Dragon's heirhood, if you can lift the bane upon this town, if you can bring my son back to me, I will give you 10% of this town, just as the wizard took.
Alright, Ditsy, that's enough from you. Go to the carriage.
Ditsy says to you, you might want to draw up a contract for that, and walks away.
You can throw shit at her.
Oh yeah, I know.
And she can catch it.
Ditsy, didn't you forget something? I throw the knife at her.
Roll an attack roll.
That's the D20, right?
D20 plus 6. What are you throwing? What are you throwing?
Turning.
I was gonna say intimidation.
No, returning dagger.
Ditsy.
Yeah.
Okay, roll a D20.
15.
Ditsy is immune to intimidation.
Alright.
She walks away.
Does she catch the knife?
Did you
No.
throw a knife at her? If you threw a knife at her, you have to roll a D20.
He was
plus
asking.
6.
Matt, he was asking. Tradesman, he was asking which knife you were throwing.
Oh.
Because you have a knife of returning, which would probably be the best one to throw at her.
Well, it's whichever knife that you threw at the mayor.
No, because
She
my
took
knives
the knife
aren't.
out. No, she took the knife out of the thing, and that's the
Oh,
one
so
that she's
that-
holding.
that one.
Just
Yeah,
any old
because you
knife.
asked me to
That's
bring the
six.
knife back for you.
It's a D20 plus 6, son.
Roll that one again. That just fell out. 10.
10 plus 6.
Plus 6.
16.
16. Ooh, 15. It got her.
Awesome.
Well, she did say catch beforehand, so there should be a sleight of hand aspect to it.
Didn't think of that.
Which is a +1.
Did you say catch?
No, as in
Yeah, go on then. Let's say catch.
And that's a sleight of hand.
Okay. So now that I am alone with this old man.
No, she didn't catch it. It whizzed over her shoulder, and she goes to pick it up in the corner of the room, which is still in darkness, and she finds it very hard to find it.
Clumsy bitch.
fucking
Alright.
bitch.
So now that I am alone with this man.
Yeah, and you're on the same level of insanity as him, because you needed a 12 to 18 to be in the same level of insanity as him, and you rolled a 17. Insanity as him.
Sorry, Roma. I personally am not interested in any reward to find your son. I don't want 10% of everything that the town makes. That is my choice.
Microphone nearer your mouth, honey.
As close as I can get it.
Just swallow it. Deep throat the bastard.
Yep.
All I want is to know more about my own past, and I believe that you can help me with that.
He looks at you and says, Tell me what you know of my past.
I roll a history check. Can I roll a history check?
You can roll a history check if you want.
Might help me know a little bit more. 11 plus 4.
15. Okay, what you know is that a town of Greenwood was established by a wizard called Albas the Green and another person who agreed to be the mayor of the town. It was considered a dangerous operation, that considering it was just outside the tax haven of the tax area of Waterdeep, a tax haven, and not under the protection of any of the people of Waterdeep, and so as a result, they were forced to hire their own mercenaries to protect the town. That's all you know with a 15. You can, however, assume that this man is the other person who Albas the Green, the wizard, recruited to help him run the town. That is an assumption.
Okay. So I tell him everything that I know, and then ask him what he can tell me about Albus.
Albas was my best friend. We grew up together. He chose to become a wizard. I chose to become a politician. When he came up with this idea, I knew that it would be dangerous for my family in the short term. But
what about the long term?
But if it succeeded, that we would be a great family of the Forgotten Realms.
Where did it go wrong?
Went wrong when I decided to separate my sons, to stop them from being used as a lever against me. I was always the politician. He was always the magician. And if I hadn't fallen for his ideals and his ideas, I would still have my family around me. But I chose to become this man, to become the ruler of a town that didn't exist 25 years ago. And now you come here and you bring me my son. And I cannot even look deeply into his eyes without feeling the deep regret that I was never a part of his life. And what is he now? You tell me.
He's a paladin.
No, I'm just a warrior.
He's a warrior. He's strong. He's courageous. He cares about his friends. He's a good man.
If he is so great, then he can bring my son back to me.
I believe he is.
He looks into your eyes. He says, there are 6 of you.
There'll be 6 of us when we get Dre'gar back.
Then we leave by the northeast path and return with my son. Return with Dragon's
Brother?
no, come on. The thing that you're bequeathed.
Mantle?
Dragon's birthright. That
Tell me
which
about their mother.
that which his lower brother took and tried to fulfill his destiny.
Tell me about their mother.
She is
You
dead.
going all through him.
What's her name?
She is dead. Did you not hear me?
She may not be.
I
Did you ever
saw
see
her
Ollie?
die. I buried her.
My
That,
apologies.
that'd do it.
My mistake. I apologize.
She died 24 years ago. After the birth of Dre'gar.
Did she die in child labor?
Yes! What more do you need to ply me for?
I apologize, but I need all the information I can get.
For what? To travel the
Okay.
northeast
Fine.
road, you need to know my pain.
It helps me understand the situation better.
The man looks into your eyes, sees just the insanity that he has. He takes a deep breath. He looks away. Says, I can still remember the song that we sang at her funeral. I can never think of that song again. Every time I look into my son's eyes, or looked, I felt that pain. There is nothing left. This town is empty. My friend Albas the Green is gone. My
What if we
son,
could bring him back too?
my son Dre'gar. He left because he wanted to satiate me.
What if we could bring them both back? Your son and your best friend.
You promise too much.
I believe in finding Albus. It'll help us find your son.
Leave me. You have your document. I will give 10% of this town if you can return with Dragon's Bane, with Dragon's
Birthright?
birthright, and if you can lift the curse upon this town, and if you can find the body of my friends, the bodies of my friends, then well, maybe that will lift my curse. He turns away.
Is that all the information you're going to give me?
Leave me!
Okay, sign the document first. Sign the contract. I'm not going to make him sign it by holding his hand. He has to sign it willingly.
He already signed it.
Otherwise, we have no contract.
He
Did you
already
hear that?
signed it.
Alright, cool.
He signed it while
Alright.
Ditsy was present. Ditsy was
Oh, okay,
the
cool.
Ditsy was the
Delegate.
was the person who was witness to the signing.
Yeah, this
Right.
wants us to get 10% of everything town makes, at least the bane that's on the town.
Sounds like a good deal. Sounds very profitable.
Yeah, he was quite angry by it originally. Until she said
Let's
no.
put-
I wish to give you your town in return for money. Not your
We
town.
can't hear you properly, Triazamir.
I was explaining it to Drake.
Cool.
So, Christopher is currently lying on his back on the top of the carriage, strumming away at the Odyssey.
Did you have a short rest whilst you were outside?
No,
It has to be an hour.
he's not trying to attune to it or use it in any other fashion than as an instrument.
So you're
If
just
that's
kind
allowed,
of
please,
going.
first.
You're just kind of going.
He's just strumming.
No, I was more thinking. I'll give you the idea of it. I'll give you the idea of it as the carriage moves.
Hot tomatoes in the red hot. Yeah, she got them for sale. Hot tomatoes in the red hot. Yeah, she got them for sale. I got a woman, she long and tall. Sweeps in the kitchen with her feet in the hall. Yeah, hot tomatoes in the red hot. Yeah, she got them for sale.
So yeah, not that. If you don't mind, I'd like to have my own character. Thank you.
I was just playing the first rock star of all time, mate. You never heard of you cut. Cut. You're running the show. What do you want?
I don't know. Is everyone run back to the carriage now?
Well,
I don't know if this
the guy told you leave me in a very angry voice. Did you?
Can I leave Ditsy behind, rummaging in the dark?
What do you want to do? Just tell me what you want to do.
Leave Ditsy roaming around in the darkness looking for that dagger.
Ditsy already fucked off.
Yeah.
Did he find a knife and has returned to the carriage?
Ditsy fucked off just after the guy signed the contract.
Well, she was looking for a knife in the dark.
Yeah.
She had a long time. She found it. She made her way back to the carriage.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Oh, I'm sorry. Darkness only lasts 1 minute. It finished, and she found it. And, made her way back to the carriage.
In that case, I asked Ditsy for my knife back, having seen her carrying it.
Ditsy says, "What knife?" Winks at you, and then hands you your knife.
Thank you. Yeah. So Christopher lies on the top of the carriage and just gets ready to start playing a beat, and waits for the arrival of Trismin. And says, "Ditsy, get up front. Dre'gar, do you mind just driving? Because she's a fucking idiot."
Yeah, sure.
Cheers.
Did you want Ditsy
I asked her to go up front.
up front with Dre'gar?
Yeah.
Cool. Who's on the top of the thing?
Christopher.
Christopher's on
Christopher's
the top.
lying on the top, strumming
vaguely
away,
strumming the Odyssey.
Magic.
Inside the carriage is
Davina and Wingway.
Davina and Wingway. Well, Wingway's taking up a full sort of seat, you know, because he's asleep. Davina's sitting on one side of the seat. Triazamir, you enter the carriage and sit next to Davina. Anything you want to say to her?
We're gonna need a lot of help.
I can't hear you.
We're gonna need a lot of help.
We're going to need a lot of help. She says, "Bitch, I'll bring the help."
Really?
She says, "Yeah, I've been trying to work on this new sort of like extra kind of like brave persona, but it's felt really right. Like when I was with you guys in the test chamber, but ever since then, it's kind of felt like it's been going away, and now I'm just kind of putting it on. Truth is, I'm fucking terrified."
Sweetie, we all are. We're all scared of something at some point.
She's just like, Jesus, man, I never felt that brave. Ever since I was in that test chamber with you guys when we fought, and then I knew I was gonna die, and I was so fucking brave. I knew. I didn't care. I could do anything. But ever since then, it's just been going away.
Would you like
Christopher
to fight?
kind of rolls forward at this point, drops the hatch between the upstairs and the downstairs of the carriage.
So you're kind
Says,
of hanging
"Yo,
upside down,
dickhead."
looking through the gap, the hatch.
Yeah, like,
It's a lot
"Yo,
easier for you
dickhead."
to look through a window, by the way. But no, I'm gonna
Yeah,
let
from
you
the
do that.
side.
Yeah. Yo, dickhead, you've saved my life like twice now. We fucking love you. Don't feel fucking unconfident. We got your back. You've got our back. Also, Trisman, where the fuck are we going? Is the Northeast Gate a good idea, or is it just a stupid fucking suicide run?
It's the only way we'll get answers.
No idea of going east and then north? Like if we take the east gate and then go north? Or north gate and then go east? Or do you reckon just take northeast gate?
He didn't give me a map. He told me to get out.
This is a small town. There is one road that leads from the south of the town to the north of the town. There is a road that leads east. That road leads up to a fountain and stops there. On the left of that, there is a temple. On the right, just a little bit down the road, is your place, your tavern. And just to the north of the mayor's office, the town hall, which is on the north-south road between the north gate and the south gate, there is a road that leads northeast. It's clearly obvious to you. This is a small town. It's not like you need.
Trisman, what do you reckon? Northeast gate?
It's the only way we're going to get any answers. So, yeah.
Most of the roads and buildings are more towards the waterfront, where there are many docks and dockyards, and maybe even buildings that house things that are going to be transported. The east hand side of the city is not where people live. It's more of an ornate area.
Okay, so guys,
the only thing to the east,
guys,
the only thing to
we're
the
going
west,
northeast gate. We're going northeast gate. We're going northeast gate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Does anyone need to stock up on rations or weapons or anything first?
Wingway's asleep.
I'm pretty sure we got this.
Yeah.
Trust me.
It's a little dead town. There ain't gonna be no shops open.
No, but
The
I'm
only
pretty
shop
sure
open
someone
is your building, and you just ate.
Yeah, and that's an inn, not an armory.
Let's
But yeah, let's just go northeast.
Alright. So, Matt, as soon as we hit the northeast gate, I'm gonna cast Longstrider on Trisman and Dragon.
Okay, how long does that last for?
That lasts for just closed it. 1 hour.
Okay.
So both of your speeds increased by 10.
Wingway's asleep.
After we hit the northeast gate.
Cool. You got 5 of you awake.
Yep. Perfect.
I got a woman, she long and tall, sleeps in the kitchen with her feet in the hall. Please, hot tamales and the red hot. Yeah, I got 'em for sale, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I got 'em for sale. Okay, you guys leave by the northeast exit to the town, which doesn't seem to have a gate, even though it's referred to as the northeast gate. There doesn't seem to be a gate there. When you passed into the town from the south, there was a gate, but it was open. There was no one protecting it. It was just an open gate. When you leave by the northeast gate, there is no gate there. There's just a road that leads up into what appears to be the mountains. It's an uphill thing. On your right, there are many meadows, areas that seem to have been used previously for growing crops. On your left, there are... Oh, we've lost Charlie.
Oh, does do the job.
On your left, Charlie, what did you hear?
On your left.
On your left, there are many sort of rugged rocks. Like you're walking into the mountains, but on your right, it is verdant land that looks like many crops could have been planted there. On your right, it is rock formations, rock. It doesn't look like this path has been hacked out of the mountains. It just looks like this is the closest that the path could come to the rocks on your left or on your north, on your to the north,
Northwest.
Yeah, exactly. To the southeast, many verdant fields. It would seem this was a good direction to move were you to want to create more verdant fields as you move from a road onto a dirt track. This dirt track on the left of it, still more rock formations. On the right, less verdant areas. You look at them and you think this would be less likely an area you would want to plant. You carry on following this dirt track until it turns into just a path. And at this point, it is impossible for you to move further with your cart. There is a path, but it is not wide enough for your horse and cart.
Someone wake up Wingway.
Wingway, time to wake up.
Wingway wakes up. He's had a short rest. Let's give him a short rest. It's not going to
How's he
return
looking?
any of his good shit, but reset HP change in a wizard 100. Reset. Let's give him everything we can give him. He didn't need any of that, did he? Okay, take short rests. Okay. Wingway's had a short rest. You've woken up Wingway. Wingway's like, for fuck's sake. Oh man, I've slept fuck all. Who stole my coffee? Davina's just like, yeah, sorry.
It would have been cold by now anyway, in her defence.
Well, how long has it been?
Well, like 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, really? Fuck me. He looks into his bag and he's just like, do you know, I think I've got this Ori sorted out. I don't know, but might.
Alright, cool. Anyway, we'll come back to you in a bit. The only reason we wake you up is because I can't leave someone here protecting you if we're walking off on foot. So, wake the fuck up, we'll talk to you later.
Why did you wake me up, motherfucker?
Just fucking walk this way and shut up and stop your fucking whinging, alright?
You bastard, he says.
I said stop your fucking whinging.
Gets out of the Uber and walks in whatever direction you point him in.
Right, continue on up into the cliffs, I believe.
Who
Ditsy.
of you? All of you? You leaving the carriage there?
Yep.
Cool.
Oh,
Can we
turn
call
it
some
round
form of
first?
steering lock?
Sorry.
Now, both of you were talking at the same time there, and I didn't hear what either of you said.
Can we turn it round first?
Wingway's like, you need me to do that?
No.
Dre'gar, if you do it, it'll take no fucking time at all.
I said,
Yeah,
can we turn it round first? I was asking the DM, not Wingway.
Oh, you can turn it round.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
And is there some sort of like steering lock? So
You
like,
don't ask me, can we turn it round? You just say, we turn it round. If you ask me, I think you're talking to a non-player character.
Cool. That was fun.
Everybody on YouTube, Charlie got his hair cut. Check it out. It is brilliant. Look how good it is. He looks like a football player. Look at mine.
Without the skill or the patience.
I look like somebody out of the Bible.
I'm the one with the long hair, dark features, and a goatee.
Dre looks like somebody out of like a Marilyn Manson video or something. I don't know. Look at Kayla. She also looks like someone out of a Marilyn Manson video, but on the other end of my own personal Jesus. Do. Someone to hear my prayers. Someone who cares. Do. Okay, cut.
Right.
Get back.
We're going up to these mountains or what?
Right, you've turned the Uber around. There's now 6 of you. Your Major Domo and your Davina
that
included.
coffee didn't touch me at all.
That's the bag one.
I brewed it strong as well.
You talking about tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Ooh.
Kayla managed to buy me like coffee in a coffee bag. Like a tea, but coffee.
Oh, I see. Like
Cafe Nyo or something.
very
Yeah.
nice. Okay, fuck it. Cut back in right now. Stop picking your nose, Dre.
I was scratching it.
That's what they always say.
Christopher, I have a question.
Decisioner, what's happening?
Aren't we continuing on up this mountain?
That's
Yes, I have a question about that.
It's not like a mountain pass. It's more.
I look forward to hearing your question at some point.
It's
Would
more
it
of a
not be beneficial
hill.
to take one of the
It
horses
does
with us?
go uphill, but it's not
You're
steep.
gonna-
It's just too
You're going to
narrow.
have to give me a minute. As soon as you get the opportunity, please ask that question.
Okay. Would it not be beneficial to take one of the horses with us?
I don't know what you're talking about because you don't hold your thing, and it's not matter.
Would it not be beneficial for us to take one of the
Yeah, no,
horses with us?
I heard you.
You've only got one horse. It's a very brilliant horse, and if you were to just take that horse, you would be able to carry on up the pass.
But the horse ain't going to carry all what? 5 of us?
No, it's only going to carry one of you or none of you.
Yeah,
You
you
can
could
carry two
two.
of you.
I'm thinking while Wingway wakes up, the horse could carry Wingway.
No, that's right. Well,
Wingway ain't going to be able to sleep on the back of a horse.
No, but he can wake up.
Oh yeah, well he's already woken up.
I don't wake up properly.
You've interrupted his 8-hour sleep. He needs an 8-hour sleep to continue that. You can't have an 8-hour sleep interrupted. If you have 7 hours and 59 minutes and it's interrupted, sorry, no 8-hour sleep, no long rest.
did you hear that, Kayla?
You know that, don't you, Charlie? You got that? Christopher? Charlie? You there?
Sorry, am I allowed to speak now?
I'm just saying, 7 hours and 59 minutes is not a long rest. Right?
Matt,
What?
when I'm asked a question by another character, it's quite rude to interrupt the DM.
I didn't know they were
it's
asking me a
incredibly
question.
rude.
I didn't know they were asking me a question. There's echo.
I'd asked you to be quiet for it, and then after you were quiet, you then interrupted as a response.
Okay, my apologies, Christopher or Charlie. Shall I shut up whilst you control things?
I need to get a bit straight in the morning.
Preferably if we can try and move on with the story a little bit faster, that would be appreciated.
I'd love that.
Excellent. So, what do you reckon, guys? Crack on up the mountain, and yeah, there's only one horse. Yeah, it was a good idea to try and take a horse with us, but I don't think that's going to work, as there's only one horse, and I like the escape vehicle.
Yeah. Take time to latch that animal back up. So we go up by foot, yeah? So we head up the mountain by foot, up the northeast mountain way to the thing. Yeah.
I'm waiting for more. You're walking up a path.
Yeah.
Just waiting on trees.
As the further you go up the path, the less the path seems forged, but it is still a path. People have walked this path before you.
Hang on. You've got the long strider. Do you want us to try scouting ahead?
Yeah, sure.
Sick.
So I move up further ahead?
Yeah, try and make sure you can get back just in case you hit proper trouble, yeah?
Yeah.
You're a scripting. Kayla, in your
I'm just going to go to
sorry,
the toilet. I'll be back in a sec.
not Kayla. Triazamin hears a scritching and a scratching in her documancy bag. You have put the documancy contracts that you got from the mayor in your documancy bag, and you hear a scritching and a scratching. You open the bag and you take out a piece of paper that seems to be, there's words being written on it, but not by you, from a distant place.
I did not realise Rita Skeeter was in the game.
On the piece of paper, on the document from the documancy bag, you see being written, as you read it, a message. The message says, "We have information from the Greenwood missions that have been attempted. One message was returned." And underneath you see the message that was returned, and it just says, "Spell we have."
Spell we have.
Yep, that's spell, S-P-E-L, we, W-E, Ave, A-V-E, and then a line. Let's wait for Dre'gar to return.
This message that I've just got from the bag, is it a complete message or is it been cut off?
It's everything that they know about the last team that went to try and solve this problem. Remember, Acquisitions Incorporated used to run, you don't know this actually, but Acquisitions Incorporated used to run the bar in Greenwood, and they went to search for the wizard by the northeast gate. And the last message that was ever received from them, and nothing else was ever heard from them again, was just this message: spell we have. Spell, S-P-E-L, we, W-E, Ave, A-V-E, and then just a line. Spell we have. You might want to write this shit down.
Yeah, I've written it all down. The way it's spelled told me either they're illiterate or part of the message is missing.
Part of the message is missing. It could be Avery.
Could have been that the person writing the message was killed halfway through writing it.
Yeah.
He spelled with his own intestine.
Exactly. Like Monty Python.
No,
In
that's
the
Red
castle
Dwarf.
of... Ah!
Yeah, or he even put an exclamation mark with his kidney. It's like, no, I think that just fell out.
It just fell out. Yeah, that's what is it? Red Dwarf.
It's Red Dwarf. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Sirens. I remember the
Yeah,
episode.
that's it.
Series
I
5.
can't remember what episode. Yeah.
Yep. It was the name of the episode was Sirens. It's series 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Charlie has lost himself in his phone. He's upset that I've given away too much.
Can you do? Sorry, it's spell as in Spell.
Hang on a sec. Shall I cut back in before this?
No, just double
Yeah.
check. Spell
Yeah.
Weav and
No.
then dash.
SPELWEAVE.
Two L's.
Oh, 2 L's.
The spell. Right.
So WEAV and then a dash.
What, like a line?
WEAVE and then just a line.
AVE or EAV.
SPELWEAVE dash. Like underscore. Like he tried to write something but died halfway through it. Like the castle of
Tradesman, you got a pen and paper with you?
Yeah, I've written it all down.
Yeah. Can you turn that paper upside down for us, please?
Okay.
Season 1. What's it say?
Do this.
I'm guessing ANEAMLLABS.
What's that spell?
Otherwise, it just says spell weave.
Or it says spell we have.
Spell weave.
That's really upside down.
2 L's in spell, hun.
Alright.
Ah. There's a line at the end of it though. Or at least something that someone was trying to write.
No, like he was writing and then it got halfway through the word and. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Any of
I have a theory on.
Have you stopped on the road or are you continuing to walk up it?
that? Cortana, what are you doing, sweetheart?
You're right, you use the old-fashioned way. They look like 3s when they're upside down.
If you do an E the other way, it looks like an A when it's upside down. And the same is true of an E upside down.
Pardon me.
And if you do it all lowercase, especially the L's, then they're the same either way.
So it could be Avengers. We are Avengers.
Yes, I was thinking that.
Or adventurers. Would that be right? No. No, there's no D. Yeah. Cool. My bad. Dyslexia strikes again.
Avengers.
The only word I can think of that begins with AV is Avery or Average
Yeah, look. What's happened?
Avenue.
The way it's spelled, the way I imagine it, is that's how Matt has explained. Matt, I'm going to flip my camera around for a sec. You mean the AV. The AV. Oh, you can't even fucking see that, can you? Yeah, so it's written like that. So the AVE.
All it
and
says
then
is spell we have, but without an H.
yeah, but
like
the
have,
have.
but without an H.
Yeah. Look, the AVE.
I
But you
can't
said there was like a
see
squiggle.
anything on
Oh.
your camera.
You might have to jump out and jump back in again. Can you see
Reach
mine?
out and touch faith.
Alternatively, it spells spellweave. In which case, it would be a good idea to dispel magic.
But is it written like that? So you got the AV and then the E and the squiggly line going down.
Yeah.
Okay, so he wasn't finished what he was writing.
Spell Weaver.
Yeah, so a spellweave. So someone who creates
Now I'm going to have
spells.
to
in
drop
which
out
case-
again, Dragon. Cut.
Do you want me to cast dispel magic?
Wait for Matt to join again.
I'm here.
Right.
Are you continuing to walk up the path, or have you stopped just to examine
Cast dispel magic?
This thing from
You're right if I... How many slots you got third level, Trismin?
Give me a... I'm gonna have to load up D&D, hold on. Oh, come on.
is Wingway with you?
He is.
Okay, cool.
I'm not sure what spell function. Because we cut his rest short.
Yeah, but he only used one fireball against a load of dire skunks before.
Alright, so I'm going to cast Detect Magic at first level.
Okay.
I've only got
Yeah.
one spell at level 3. And that's Daylight.
Didn't you?
Alright,
Didn't you? Oh yeah, because you're a paladin.
alright, so I've cast that.
You've cast
So,
dispel magic. Detect.
so
Did you say dispel magic or detect magic?
Detect.
Okay.
So for the
Okay,
so for
Charlie,
duration-
you have chosen a good spell to cast, because what you see is many veins of
I
light.
can only see up to, just to clarify, I can only see up to 30 feet of me,
That's fine.
and it's
What you
concentration, and it's up to 10 minutes.
What you see is many veins of magical energy leading from behind you and where you came from up, and those veins are forming back into one vein as they go up the mountains. So what you're seeing is many veins from many places coming and forming into one, and those veins forming back into one, and those veins forming back into one, and traveling up the path that you're following. So lots of magic is being channeled through the ground. Not all in one path, but all of them joining one path, like many veins leading to the heart, or many veins leading from the heart, from the lungs to the heart. Do you see what I mean? So
like
around
like
the heart,
roots heading
many veins around the lungs, leading to the one aorta of the heart. That's what you're seeing.
like a lot of roots heading into one main route that
Exactly.
goes up to the trunk.
Many roots leading into one trunk.
Yeah. Cool. I say this to my friends. Hey guys, there seems to be like a lot of magic that's just stemming all from one place. It's kind of spreading out in a lot of directions, but it's all leading to one place. And I figure in for a penny, in for a pound. Should we go and try and find the heart? And I don't know. Are you guys any good at stabbing?
I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that.
Okay.
I quit my sword and shield.
Are you going to follow the way that this magical path leads? Can you remind me, Charlie? Does detect magic? For the duration, which is
10 minutes.
One action
Concentration.
plus 10 minutes. Yeah. For the duration, you present the magic within 30 feet of you. So as you're walking,
yes, so it follows me.
Yeah, you continue to sense it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell.
So I also asked Davina to jump just ahead of me and say, "Don't worry, babe, I got you." But
okay.
Just jump ahead of me.
So what order are we in?
Davina ahead of me. Dragon, Tresmine, do you want to take the flanks?
Yeah.
I'm alright with that.
Yeah.
The path that you're following is only about 7 feet wide. So Dre'gar and Tresmine can follow next to each other, but they would have to be very close to each other. As close as lovers, one would have to say.
Well, let's say they're both 3 feet behind me in either direction.
Okay. So Davina's in front.
Hypotenuse-wise, they'd be 5 feet apart.
Remind me, Davina's in front. You're just behind Davina. Dragon and Tresmine are practically linking arms.
No, they're 5 feet apart from each other, 3 feet behind me.
No, they can't be 5 feet apart because this.
You said the path is 7 feet wide.
Yeah.
So they can be 5 feet apart from each other.
If they were 5 feet apart, they would need to be more than
5 feet apart?
No, because if they were 5 feet apart and the path is 7 feet apart, then they would have to be only 1 foot in width. And that's... Yeah.
That's okay for me, but Dre's a big boy.
It doesn't work. I think they're linked in arms, Charlie. I think they're closer than 5 feet to each other. They're within touching distance of each other. It works. They can still walk up the path side by side, but they have to be within touching distance of each other. Not 5 feet.
Ditsy, I want right behind me.
Right behind you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Wingway, I want at the back. Looking sluggish and bored and particularly pissed off that he's just been woken up
extremely tired, yeah.
Like trudge up this hill.
Yeah, I haven't I've given him a short rest, but that's it. Okay. So
and don't forget, both Tresmine and Dragon have long strider, so they can fucking pelt it.
But only within an hour of when you've left the cut.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Which was how long ago?
15 minutes.
Yeah. So I think we're good.
Okay, cool. You're continuing to walk up the path.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you all continue to walk up the path. For how long are you walking? You're
Till
still,
something happens.
remember, for 10 minutes, you can detect magic.
Yes.
Walk for 9 minutes and have a look around.
Well, but I'm still following the branches
Okay.
up until the core. So
That's cool. The branches lead away from the path.
cool. But we want to get to the core. We want to find, as you said, I've figured out that they all link to one source, and I'm heading towards the core.
If you walk away from the path, you will be on difficult terrain.
Excellent. At that point, as soon as we hit difficult terrain, I asked Tresmine and Dragon to start taking the lead and scouting ahead,
Okay. That's good.
but remaining within contact with each other. Not within 5 feet, but so they can still see each other.
Yelling distance.
That's cool. Okay. So, and are they... I will say, if you cut through the branches and bushes that follow you on either side, you will be able to cut through the difficult terrain to make it normal terrain.
So if one person's
You're cutting
cutting
through
through the field.
briar. You know what I mean
So-
by briar?
No.
Yeah.
Briar is like thorny, difficult.
Oh, yeah.
You know, briar
yeah.
bushes are thorny bushes that you could hack through
Wingway.
with a big sword, but if you didn't have a big
Wingway.
sword, you wouldn't want to fucking try and walk through it.
Wingway. Do you have any form of cantrip or low-level spell that might be able to burn a decent path through the briar?
Wingway tiredly thinks about this, pulls out his spell book.
I never knew there was just a word for it. I thought it was just thick, spiky.
Yeah, that's why they named the briar rose. Roses were prickling.
Okay, but that's nothing to do with what I just said.
Wingway tiredly yawns at you and says, "Yeah, nah."
No.
Well, not no, but yeah, nah.
Yeah, nah.
Very Vicky Pollard.
What do you have?
What'd you say?
Could be of any assistance.
Can you repeat
Yeah,
yourself,
nah.
Jelly? I can't hear you.
Okay, and there's another
Sorry.
online celebrity with that.
Captain Tate.
Do you have anything that could be of any assistance?
I can burn shit,
Oh, yeah.
but
He has a T-shirt that says "Yeah, nah."
I mean, what do you want? Okay, I can burn shit in a range area of 120 feet. As long as it isn't being as long as it isn't being held or carried. So if you point me in a direction, I can shoot a firebolt, and it will burn everything in that 120 feet in that direction that isn't being worn or carried by something.
Right.
Hopefully, there's nothing to see it.
I'm just seeing how wide that thing is.
Alright. So
I have a thought.
I'm going to
If
say
there's
that's
enemies
3
nearby,
foot wide. 3 foot wide is wide enough for you to walk through. It doesn't say how wide it is on the thing, right? I'm going to say that's 3 foot wide, not 5 foot wide, like an attack spell would be, but 3 foot wide, like, you know, fuck it, it's not an attack spell. It's
perfect.
can I just voice something? if there are enemies about in this woods, it might be easier to sneak through going through and just kind of carefully hacking our way through, and then spiking a big old fireball and lighting everything up.
It's not a fireball, it's a firebolt.
Now,
A fireball.
now,
You might be right.
although you are probably correct, I suspect that the creatures that are quite so happy to live in the Briar Patch are probably more adept at fighting in the Briar Patch than we are. So burning away their advantage would probably work in our favour.
Yeah.
Think of
It just-
Narm. Probably best to napalm this shit.
Reach out and touch faith. All right.
Right.
You want
so
Wingway to take this?
I'm
You're
going
gonna
to.
point him in the what direction?
What I'd like to do is walk up to as near to the Briar Patch as possible, so I can see 30 feet in the general direction as to where the branches are converging.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just so I
Makes
can
sense.
see as far into the Briar Patch as possible,
Yeah, that makes sense.
and then say, leave a marker there, and just go Wingway here, like give him an angle, so he knows his point, that point, and where I'd like it to end. Move away, and then go.
Do that.
Yep.
All right, cool. It carves a path 120 feet in length and just 3 feet wide for you to pass through if you wish. Everything in that path, that 3-foot path, is burned to a cinder. And parts of it land on the floor and are just burning, glimmering there. It's daytime, so it doesn't illuminate your path in any way, but you can see parts burning. It's now 5 or 6 minutes into your detect magic spell.
Right. I'm going to take a second here, guys, because I need your advice. Dragon, Tracerman.
Yeah.
I've got 4 minutes left of my spell in order to find the heart of this cunt to stab it.
Yeah.
We've burnt a passage through to as far as I can get. Do you reckon we should just fucking peg it, armoured up, and see what happens?
How long will
Sounds
it
like
take?
a plan.
How long will it take you to get to the end of that path?
120 feet
Yeah.
won't take you less than 20 seconds.
I
But
suggest
and then we
120
don't
feet
don't know what we're going to see after that. And also we can
40
probably
meters,
use another fireball
you know.
from Wingway. Wingway, can we use another fireball after we reach the end of this?
Wingway's got 1 fireball left.
my suggestion is to go as far as you can up the pathway by yourself.
No, Kayla, wait, look, you need to catch up. We've left the pathway.
Yeah.
Going through some
The briar.
foliage.
I know.
We've
But
just
he's
now
the
carved.
only one who can detect magic.
Yeah, but hold on, but Wingway's just carved a path through that, from literally just blasted out 120 meters. Is it meter? No, it's foot.
But
My bad.
Yeah, foot.
Yeah, he's blasted out 120 foot, space clearing in front of him.
Okay.
Do we just dart to the end?
it's
Well,
only
here's
40
my
feet.
suggestion.
It's only 40 meters.
Let me finish with it.
What?
You let me finish my suggestion, you'll hear all of it.
Okay.
My suggestion is Christopher goes to the end of the pathway by himself, uses up the last 4 minutes of his spell, to find out what's further beyond. If he gets into trouble, it'll take us, less than 30 seconds to get behind him.
Yeah, it's leaving.
That's not a bad shout. That's not
It's
a bad
not a
shout.
bad idea.
It's
I can
the
only
only
see
way we're
30
gonna get full advantage
foot.
of magic.
I can only see 30 foot, and I'm quite weak, so I'd rather take someone with me.
Yeah, I'll go with him.
Davina grabs your hand and says,
Oh,
I can do this shit, boss.
I'd rather take someone that I've given a long strider to.
take Dre'gar.
Thank you, Davina. Thank you so much. Dragon?
Well, I take Christopher's hand and go, come on, let's go.
Oh,
No, wait. Bye, Davina. Thank you so much. Thank you. But no, just because he's faster. That's all. Nothing personal.
Davina nods. She looks at the others and is just like, I got that.
Yeah, good Davina. All right. So, as I continue down the path, obviously I'm going to keep aware of the magic. So if it strays from the path at all, I'll be aware of when it diverges. If it continues in the same direction, then I'll keep going in the same direction.
The vein strays. The veins start turning to the right.
Start turning to the right.
They're not all gone by the time you reach the end of the 40-foot passage, but they are turning to the right,
Okay.
up the hill.
Right.
By the way, Firebolt is a cantrip for Wingway.
Excellent. Can Wingway hear us from this distance?
Yeah, if you call him. He's only 40 meters away.
Feet or meters?
40 yards.
Cool. Yeah. Can we get Wingway up there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's next to you.
Sweet. So I can see the new general direction.
Yep, you can point him in the right direction and tell him to fire in that direction if you want. Fine. He fires. A 120-foot path is forged in front of you.
Sweet. Shout the others. Then come on.
So you get the others to join you before you move, or
Yep.
everyone moves
No,
towards
get
you?
the others to join us, and then we're going to send another advance party.
The pseudo-dragon inside Chiazamine's pocket jumps out,
Jezebel.
flies around in a little circle, and then shoots off
There's
in
a
a
dragon
direction
there.
that isn't exactly in the direction of your path, but similar to it. It starts sending
Follow the
you,
dragon.
Triazamine, an image of a dying human.
Is this human a dragon in human form?
No.
Might
I'm sure
even
most
be,
of those dragons
it
see
might
dragon.
not be a dying human, it might even be a dead human.
They just see something.
Oh, okay.
It's only sending you images. Something that is able to communicate, but it's telling you it's dead. Not precisely in the direction that that Wingway's path has forged, but similar to it, just to the left.
What was the name of your pseudo dragon again?
Jezebel.
Thank you.
Come on, Raina.
Let's follow Jezebel. She's found something.
Done. Wingway, Tresmain. Well, Tresmain lead the way.
Yeah.
Wingway, do what the fuck she says.
Wingway says, I can fire a firebolt in the same direction as that.
Well, let's
dragon
run the what? Let's run the 120 feet.
120 feet is the dragon can only communicate and can only sense 100 feet.
As in the distance that was already carved.
She's next to you right now. Triazamine is next to you. The dragon jumps out, goes for it.
Oh, sorry, I thought it had already flown off in that direction.
No. You invited them to come towards you.
No, I thought Jezebel had already flown off in that direction.
No. What happened was, if I'm correct, you can correct me if I fuck this up, but in my mind, the Wingway carved a path of 120 feet in the direction that you told him. You followed that path.
Yep.
The rest of them joined you. And at that point, or at some point just joining you, the pseudo-dragon jumped out of Triazamine's pocket, flew around in a couple of circles, and then flew off towards an area that you have not seen yet.
Right. As far as I was aware,
sending Triazamine images of a dying human that looks like Dre'gar.
As far as I was aware, we did our first part of the path, which was 40. I think you cited because
120 feet.
Wingway was back from it, and then he carved out the other path. But before myself, Dre'gar, and Wingway went down there, we asked the rest of the group to come and join us. And then the dragon happened before anyone had moved on.
Along the way. Okay, so my apologies. I thought they'd reached you.
They did, but we hadn't moved. We carved a path, but we hadn't taken it.
Okay, you carved a path but hadn't taken it. That's true. Well done. The direction that the dragon flew in was not the direction of the path. It was...
Not quite.
No, I'd say it was 30 degrees to the left.
Right.
Let's go to the wounded man.
So, as I said, can we move to the end of the path that's already been carved?
Yeah.
And then carve a path in the direction of where the dragon was going?
You can. Wingway warns you, knowing the abilities of the dragon, that his firebolt will be 120 feet. And since he can sense the dragon, and so can Triazamine, he will obliterate the dragon with that firebolt.
Can we just it won't take long. Yeah, it won't take long to carve our way through. Maybe you with your dagger, but not me and Triazamine with our longsword.
Long swords and walking will take you half speed.
I said in the direction that the dragon was going. I didn't say at the dragon.
Okay, so slightly to the right or left?
Preferably,
This is
yeah.
Wingway
Not,
asking you. This is Wingway asking you.
yeah, Wingway. So we kind of want to go in the direction that the dragon's going, but funnily enough, it's our like she's really gonna get upset if you kill her dragon. So maybe don't do that.
Wingway uses your detect magic has run out.
Excellent.
Wingway
In that
uses
case,
detect
I cast-
magic.
In that case, I cast detect magic.
No, Wingway uses detect magic because he has it as a ritual. It takes
fine.
him 10 minutes, but better
Oh,
than using
sorry.
a. Better
In
than
that
using,
case, I cast detect magic.
Sorry?
In that case, I cast detect magic.
Is that a ritual for you?
No, it's first level spell.
Well,
One action.
Yeah, but if he can do it without an
Wingway
action.
makes it clear to you before you do it that he can do it as a ritual and that won't take a slot.
Yeah, but
Save your slot just in case you get in combat.
Prisoners, dragons get fucked up, and so I'm not fucking around.
Alright, I'm not fucking about. Wingway cast detects
I'm
magic.
not losing Jezebel over this shit.
So basically, the dragon is sending messages to Triezamine, and you, Christopher, have information about where the magic is flowing to. Neither of those are the same direction exactly.
Perfect.
So, both of you are going to have to cast a D20 perception check.
Me as well?
13.
Yep, both of you. D20
The
perception.
13.
Oh, there's a 13 from Christopher.
8.
8 plus. 2. It's a 9.
Plus 2.
Okay. The firebolt that Wingway casts in response to both of your decisions, a 13 and a 9, which come together to make an 11. Misses the pseudo dragon, but does carve a. Flip a coin, Dre. Heads right, tail to left.
Sorry,
I'm glad you've taken this concept on board, Matt. Coin flip.
No.
Well, I mean, this is exactly a coin flip situation.
Yep, I like it.
Heads.
Heads left. Okay. The firebolt fires 120 feet. And you guys can walk down that path if you wish. It has not incinerated the pseudo dragon.
For the person.
Well, whoever knows. Who knows what's down that path? All we know is there's a pseudo dragon down that path sending you images of a person.
Yeah, but did the firebolt miss the dragon but hit him?
No, the firebolt missed the dragon, missed everything.
Oh, good.
Nothing seems to have been you heard no cry of pain.
Should we go down there then?
Ditsy
I wanna
puts
go
her
down
hands
there.
up and says, we should go slowly, guys. Everybody who has followed this path has died.
How do you know?
Because I looked up before you fucking arrived, okay? I did my fucking...
So it's a 15 to hit.
What do you call it when you do your I should know. I've got 3 degrees. I did my
Homework and research.
homework. I should know, bitch. I did my fucking homework.
No, it's a 15 to hit.
For what?
Ditsy.
You hit Ditsy.
Unarmed strike elbow. Just shut the fuck up.
And your damage?
Does it hit?
Yeah, she's got a 14.
It's a 1, but just to shut the fuck up.
Okay. You hit her right in the mouth, and she shuts the fuck up. After she said what she said.
Fucking ditzy bitch.
So I guess we walk up slowly then.
Dre'gar, you can sense the presence of your pseudo-dragon very close. It is... It is communicating ideas very strongly at you. And those ideas are calm the fuck down. Be careful.
Chill.
Nothing to be scared of. Just calm down. Human.
Alright, guys. Message from the dragon. Well, pseudo-dragon. We gotta stay calm. And there's nothing to be afraid of. Whatever she's found is human. So,
Okay.
go. Stay calm. And Ditsy, you stay fucking quiet.
Ditsy's just been elbowed in the mouth. She's very quiet.
At this point, Christopher says, okay, cool. Puts away his rapier, kicks his knife out.
You brought out your rapier.
Oh, I switched to a knife and a rapier just before the battle whilst I was on the carriage.
That's cool.
Yeah, but the rapier's away now and it's just a knife out that is using as the same way one would a lighter.
Ditsy is watching you and does exactly the same as you. She brings out her rapier of +3 and a dagger of poison.
No, I've put my rapier away.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said you brought out your rapier.
No, I had brought out my rapier. Now I've put it away.
You never told me that shit.
I did it on the I did it on the coach. I was probably
Dre'gar, did he tell me you did that?
I'm pretty sure. No, well, I swear he had that on the last fight we had. That he had his rapier and he.
No, last fight I just had the 2 daggers. I tried to change I changed the rapier and the dagger during.
You've had long enough to change your fucking weapons. You've been going up and down mountains and shit. Anything you say, right now, you've got. After this, you ain't. Okay, so what have you guys got? What have you guys got?
I'm saying I'm putting away the rapier.
Yeah, that's
that I never even used, even though I did say that I brought it out, although I probably glitched out whilst I was saying it.
I'm assuming Dre'gar has got his shield and his sword of +1. I'm assuming Dre'gar has got her shield and her sword of +1.
+2. I got the skull sword.
No, you
That
got a
was a
sword of +1, hun. So
Oh, okay. My bad.
Christopher's got 2 daggers.
No. Christopher has now whipped out Ulysses. Or, sorry, Odyssey.
Odyssey,
Bad.
Ulysses. Odyssey. Okay.
Sorry. You see my mistake there.
I understand your mistake entirely, and I forgive you on many
Not at all.
levels. Many levels for it.
Yeah, so he's just whipped out Odyssey, but he's using his one remaining dagger that's in his hand as one would a lighter on the strings.
I am a guitarist, and you cannot use anything except a pick or your fingers on a guitar.
No, as in the left hand.
Yeah.
So the same way
you can't.
the same way that,
if you're
same way-
wielding the Odyssey, just as you saw the
Dragon?
picture. No, Charlie, wait. Just as you saw the picture that Dragon posted on Charlie and the Acquisitions Factory, you're waiting like this. Okay? You've got the Odyssey out, that's great, but you have no weapons in your hand. If you have the Odyssey ready to use, that's fine.
I just wanted to use. I didn't want to use it as a weapon. I just wanted to use the dagger as, like, you know, as you have the
As a pick.
as a clipper that you run up and down the strings.
Nah.
Oh,
You can
sorry.
use a broken bottle if you wish. But you
Oh,
have
what
to
a
break
cold
that
capo.
bottle.
He's meaning a
and then use
capo.
it. Yeah, I understand what he's saying. He can't use a fucking knife as a capo.
Okay,
that's
cool.
sliced your
No,
string in
okay.
half. You'll have no
You can
string
use
left.
the
Oh, no,
Odyssey,
just like
and I
the
will
side of
be
it.
very happy for you to use the Odyssey. That would
Just
be
the side of
great.
it, not the sharp edge.
Nah, man. You gotta use.
Oh,
It's gotta be a bottle neck, or or something like that. You can't
oh
you
man.
can't
Something round.
use a
I
knife
really
with your left
liked
hand
the
to play
image
the
of
Odyssey.
like the flat edge of a knife just up and
Nah,
down.
I'm sorry, you can't use the
Okay.
flat edge of a knife. If you could,
Okay,
I
that's-
would have worked out a way of playing it.
Look, I can see Matt's brain working. Going, could you do it?
Exactly.
You cannot blame me for trying.
No,
'cause
I
quite
don't
like the
blame
image.
you for trying. I'm just telling you, sorry, no.
All right, in that case, I stick to the rapier and the knife.
You made a mistake, bitch. Okay.
No, I didn't.
All right. So, what's happening?
Go into my dragon.
All right.
You're within about 20 feet of your dragon right now. You can feel that. It's not with you, but it's within 20 feet of you, and you can feel, triazamine, that it's there. Alright? It can't speak to you in any language or anything like that, but it can magically communicate simple ideas, emotions, and images telepathically within any creature that is within 100 feet and can understand a language. So it can understand that you're saying, I'm here, I'm near, and I'm with a queer.
Dude.
And you understand, I ain't gonna publicize this shit on the internet. You just know that something's going on nearby.
Oh man, that was hilarious.
Just like the dude.
I thought he said rude.
To be fair, both would be appropriate.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely, if you know instruments clearly, you can definitely tell that's a 5-string.
I can't use a fucking knife as a cowboy. That's not fair.
Standing.
Well, yeah, it would hurt.
I see.
Oh,
Nah, fuck it. I'm gonna do this. I can't even remember how the
Ray, why do you always
words
have some industrial strength lighter?
What are you chatting about, fool?
Dre's industrial strength lighter. Why he
love
always
it.
has one.
Yeah.
Wow.
There are foxes shagging in my fucking car park.
Send us videos.
Can you hear them?
Well, fucking hell, I can. Shit.
I don't have any internet here. Like, sort me out. Fucking film that shit.
Dude,
You know where you
download
can
the app
film them?
anyway.
You put light on them, they scatter. All you can do is hear them and go,
Oh, that.
fucks.
I'm also not surprised that you know that.
Charlie, download the app MeWe. 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 Trust me, you can find so much unsolicited porn on that. You'll be wishing why you never knew about it before.
But
Shall consent.
the only problem about this extended bass, it's really difficult to get it on camera. Like,
I really want to remember how to play a certain song that I know that's played by Bob Dylan and the Grateful Dead, and I just can't remember the first line of the song. If I could remember the first line, I could play the whole thing. It's a 12-minute song, but like I just can't remember the first line. And
What the
the
fuck is
foxes
that?
won't stop fucking.
I think that might be your bridge.
I don't think you know what a
Right,
bridge
yeah.
is, Charlie. I'm going to buy you a trumpet, you fucker.
Yeah, trumpet, and then just breaks to, and the foxes won't stop fucking.
At least it'll give him something to
Was it? What does the fox say?
I hate that stuff.
Baby shark, do 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 do.
Describe to me the situation that we're in right now. I'm cutting this fucking shit right here. Charlesburg.
Wow.
Describe to me the situation that we're in right here.
Okay, so far, I've elbowed someone in the face. I've equipped a rapier and a dagger, and I'm trying to find out where the magical source is coming from. Trazamine is trying to follow her pseudo dragon
Trazamine
and
has
trying to help
followed
her.
you, and Trazamine is getting some information from her pseudo dragon that is coming from somewhere within about 30 or 20 feet of where
Right.
you guys are.
Dragon is running along, willing to hack shit as usual. And
What I do best.
yeah, yep, you're good at it. Stick to what you know. Trazamine, Where's Jezebel?
That way.
Don't know, over there somewhere. Get on the next bush.
She's in
Charlie,
that
Christopher
direction.
points you in the direction that Wingway, who casts Detect Magic, points you in the direction that
No, it wasn't Wingway. It wasn't Wingway.
Yeah, it was, because your Detect Magic ran out. Or did you cast it again?
I cast it again because it took him like 10 minutes to use it as a fucking.
You cast it
spell.
again, yeah. Cool. Okay. You point in the direction that the magic.
But I'm more
interested
in where Jezebel's gone.
Yeah, but you're pointing in the direction that you think it is, and Jezebel is not quite in that direction. It's a little bit to the left.
I've already figured that. I've already figured that out from previous conversations with Trismaine. And so I asked Trismaine, "Where's Jezebel?"
A little more to the left.
So can we carve a path exactly halfway between them, please, Wingway?
Wingway's like, you know what? That's pretty difficult. You might want to just cut a path.
Cool. Davina?
Yep, Davina steps up.
Start slashing and hacking, please. Dragon? Can you help Davina?
Yeah.
Slash and hack.
Yeah, I'll go fuck up them buckets.
At this point, I send a mental message to my pseudo dragons, letting them know that we are hacking through the thorns and not to be worried.
We are on our way.
But
just a smiley face.
it's safer than
Yeah, Davina's only got a quarterstaff that she's wielding at the moment. She ain't going to be able to cut her way through shit. You need a sharp object.
I'll chuck her a dagger, please.
what can that
That's not going to be very good at cutting through bullshit.
Well,
You
she gets the
need people
quarterstaff
with
and
big
puts and
swords.
like ties the
You've
dagger.
got two people
to
with
the end
big
of the
swords.
quarterstaff.
One of them who is able to detect the direction of the pseudo dragon.
Yes.
I suggest you use her. Triazamine, before Christopher gives you an order, would you mind rolling me a d20, please?
I'm not giving Trismaine any orders. She just lost her pseudo dragon. I'm following her.
9.
9, 16. You start hacking your way towards the pseudo dragon as though your life depends on it.
Well, duh. I want to get back to her.
You make your way 15 foot through the undergrowth before you're along with Dre'gar, who is following you, before your lunacy falls out, and you see your pseudo dragon flapping around just about 10 feet away from you.
Jezebel, come here, girl.
The pseudo dragon descends into the undergrowth, and if you wish, you can cut your way towards it.
Yes, I want to follow her.
Okay, it takes you very short time to cut your way towards the pseudo dragon. You cut after 5 feet. You cut your way out of the undergrowth and into an area of bushes where you see upon the floor your pseudo dragon sitting upon the head of a human who is lying in the bushes, arms outstretched, no consciousness apparent, but with a beautiful cloak laid upon the floor behind his body. What do you do?
Check the body to see if it's alive.
Check the body to see if it's alive. How do you do that?
Poke it with a stick.
I'm gonna check.
I'm waiting for Triezamine, Dre'gar. Play your guitar until you are invited to join the game. Well done.
I walk over to the body and I check for the pulse.
This is not a place. The Forgotten Realms is not a place to where pulses and what do you call it? CPR is taught. The idea of checking for a person's life is generally looking to see if their eyes are closed and their body is frozen.
Okay, I do that.
Okay,
Check the
this
breath.
person's
See if the
eyes
breath
are closed and their body is cold. Cold like the air around you, which has continually become colder as you have walked up the hills and the mountains.
I check
This
if he's
is
breathing.
a dead body. But as you look into the eyes of the dead body, you see a resemblance between you and your love. This body, the face of this man, resembles Dre'gar in a way that is more than you can handle, and I'd like you to roll a lunatic check.
11.
11. Did
Mhm.
you say 11?
Yep.
Oh, that's 19. That's perfect. Okay. You bury your face in the chest of the dead man and you call out to Dre'gar, Dre'gar, I have found your brother. Dre'gar, you chase up behind, elbowing Christopher out of the way as you go. And you look upon the face of a man who looks very similar to the mirror.
Before we continue,
Handsome fella.
yeah, he is.
Before we continue,
Is it me or Davina that has the spell to raise the dead? The lay on
Lay
hands.
on hands.
did you say
Lay on
freeze the
hands.
dead?
Yeah.
Lay on hands.
What? Charlie's been signalling me to do it for like the last 3 minutes,
Well,
but I wanted the story to progress to a point where I could do it.
okay.
But I wanted to know
What
if it was
spell
me
do you
or
want to cast?
the lay on hands to raise the dead, so we can talk to him.
I'm afraid this body has been dead for at least a week.
Or is it only like freshly dead?
My one, I think so, yeah. But I think Davina has the ability to froze to death.
Davina has the ability to I'm looking at Davina, right? Yes, I am.
I'm sure she's already.
Speak with dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, speak with dead.
Would you like?
Can we bring Davina in to speak with him?
Yes, you can. I will cast that spell now.
Yay!
Davina,
Yeah.
let me tell you what happens. You grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice within range, allowing it to answer questions you pose. The corpse must still have a mouth and can't be undead. The spell fails if the corpse is the target of the spell, unless the spell ends. You can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. The corpse knows only what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are hostile to it, or if it recognizes you as an enemy. This spell doesn't return the creature's soul to its body, only its animated spirit. Thus, the corpse can't learn new information, doesn't comprehend anything that has happened since it died, and can't speculate about future events. So Davina casts this spell, and you see before you a spectral entity
Is he aware that he's dead?
standing over the corpse.
Question for the DM. Is he aware that he's dead?
Yes,
Okay. Alright.
but only insofar as he knows that he has suffered enough damage to die.
Okay. So I start the conversation with, hello, Dre'gar.
Shall we wait until Charlie returns to the game?
Right, I'm back.
He's in the room.
You're there, okay.
So I start the conversation with, hello, Dre'gar. I'm Triazamine. I'm really sorry that you lost your life, but I need you to answer questions for me. Are you
Yes,
able
I'd
to do
like you to bring your microphone closer to your mouth.
Alright, so question number 1, how did you die?
I died from wounds I received in battle. That
Which
battle was beyond my abilities to survive.
Which battle was it? Who was it with? Where was it?
It was the battle before I died. It was the battle that happened here, or just beyond here. I cannot tell you any further, as I know not more what you speak. That's 2 questions you just had.
Do we ever set a number of questions?
5.
5. You've had 3 so far.
Do you know of the prophecy?
I know of the prophecy, and I await my brother. Hands up, Dragon. What do you say?
No, I was like, hi, I'm here.
Do
Standing
you want
behind
to step forward?
Yeah, I'll step forward.
Do you want to speak to the spectral entity?
I just nod and say, hello, brother.
He says, you are Dragon.
Yes.
I am Dre'gar, your brother.
Yeah.
I had waited for you. Why did you not come?
But I didn't know I had to until now.
Pardon me. Fly.
What?
The spectral entity winks out of existence, but before he does so, he says, Dre'gar,
I still have 2 questions.
I'm sorry, but Dre'gar has asked the last question. And as Dragon answered the last question, and before Dre'gar winks out of existence, he says to you, Dragon, I took your heritage because I thought it would save me. And here it is for you, but it will not save you from the battle that awaits you. And with that, the spirit disappears, and you see lying before you the body of a man who looks very similar to you. But around him and laid across the floor is a cloak that shines with colours that you've seen and not seen. Colours that embrace you and reject you. Colours that are beyond anything you've ever imagined to exist. Clasped around the man's chest is a silver clasp that holds the man's cloak around him.
Can I take said cloak?
You reach
Unclasp
down
it?
and you unclasp it. You roll the man's corpse gently, realizing it is your brother. And you take the cloak that wraps him.
Cool, can
In
I
your
put it on?
hands now
Yeah, I'm holding it.
is a cloak.
Sling it around my shoulders and clasp it up. Yes.
As you sling it around your shoulders, you disappear.
Oh.
No one can see you. You have vanished. And your stealth has increased by 10.
Got that.
Your friends react thusly.
We should probably bury him.
We should take him back.
I'm still here.
You know where a shovel is?
We should take him back to his father to bury.
Ditsy says,
I agree.
I agree.
That's a
I
good.
agree
That's a good
with
shout.
Triazamine. We should bring him back to his father and show him that we have found.
Ditsy, I'm not sure what it was about my elbow you didn't understand, but shut the fuck up.
What I understood about your elbow was that you were a hard elbower. What the fuck more do you think I'm going to understand about a dead human lying on the floor?
It means that when Triazamine says, yeah, we should probably take him back, it's not your place to say shit. Yeah, I agree with her, but shut the fuck up.
I'm your major domo. You tell me that you disagree, and I will agree with you. But
Cool.
elbow me in
I
the
disagree
face,
with you. I disagree
and I will
with you
tell
talking.
you that I don't.
Regardless of whether you agree or not, Ditsy,
So
Dre'gar.
it's an 18 to hit.
Let's take him back to my newfound father.
Matt, so it's an 18 to hit.
That's a 3-2, Christopher. You can hit her all as hard as you want.
Okay, another 1 bludgeoning damage. Shut the fuck up.
Ditsy looks at you with the eyes of a person who has never shut up when someone has told her to.
Excellent. I look at her with the eyes of a man who's never stopped hitting someone on my knees, and they've not stopped talking.
And nods. We should take him back to his father. But then she turns to you, Christopher, and says, before we do this, we must solve the enigma of Greenwood.
Okay, yeah, you seem to be more enamored with the concept of taking this dead body back to the father. You know, I agree with it. It's an absolutely valid concept. And I'd love you to do that. Basically, because it means you can
looks to
stop the
Dre'gar
fuck
and
off.
says, would you punch this guy in the face?
Yo,
No.
Dragon. Cheers.
Ditsy wants us to take the body back because she agreed with the mayor that we will get
I
10% of all the towns.
agree with
Whatever.
with taking the body back.
Yeah, I know, but that's the only reason she wants to take the body back.
Look, how
She
about
wants to verify that she can get that.
Triazamine, roll.
let's
roll
meet in
a-
the middle.
Roll a
How about
lunatic
we
check.
take the body back, throw him on top of the Uber, and then we can carry on with our mission, and then once we finish our mission, we can take the body back.
Or you can leave him here,
Ow.
finish your mission, then throw him on top of the Uber.
Or Ditsy
Either
can
way,
take the body back.
says Ditsy.
Or Ditsy can take the body
Either
back,
way,
and
we
we
can
can continue on with the mission.
Either way, we can respect the body of this man who has come out here with an attempt to solve the mission, to solve the enigma that we have attempted to solve.
Yes.
And
Correct.
I invite you
so-
again, Dragon, to punch Christopher in the fucking face.
I kind of don't want to because I might kill him. Just oh fuck.
I don't blame you, says Ditsy, but killing him will not get us where we need to go. Just
Exactly.
silence him so we can continue with our mission.
Christopher, please keep quiet if that's okay.
Cool.
Ditsy,
As long as Ditsy takes that fucking body back down to the carriage, as is the intention, we can continue on with the mission, and she can sod the fuck off.
Ditsy looks at you in the eyes and says, I am a light-foot halfling. I cannot lift the body of a human.
Alright, cool. Well,
Can
in
I
that ta-
gently
in that
pick up the
case-
body and take him back down to where the carriage is?
You can.
As I'm
You
like
can
a
take,
human as
you
well,
can
so I should be
take
able to carry him.
perhaps the other two NPCs. You can take Wingway.
Dre'gar, Triezamine, and Christopher have the strength to carry. Oh, and Davina have the strength to carry the body. Wingway does not have the strength to carry the body, and neither does Ditsy.
But with Davina, they would.
Davina and who?
Davina, Wingway, and Dit
You want to send them all back?
would be. Yes.
Only to the carriage.
And Wingway.
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to wait here for them to come back?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Does my pseudo dragon have any special abilities?
Your pseudo dragon has no strength, has 7 HP, and about 11 AC.
Down.
No point in
Down.
sending the pseudo dragon.
Basically
with me.
dead in any combat situation.
I just don't want Ditsy going on her own. I don't trust her.
Down.
Davina
alright,
just
Davina's
says,
in charge.
sorry, Ditsy just says to you, look, if you guys are determined to take this body back home, which I think you should be, why don't we work out what killed it before we separate the party?
Can I do an investigation check on the body then?
Certainly you can. She said that to Christopher. Dragon,
It'd be worthwhile to do a looting.
do an investigation check.
Be worthwhile to do a looting as well.
It's a D20.
Well, who's got the better investigation skill? Because I've got like 0 on it. I think you've got a better one. Yeah, do you want to do
you're
the
going to have to have a
investigation?
chat. You're going to have a chat as your character with other characters in order to do so. Davina has already tried to put Christopher in his place by saying, look, why don't we defeat whatever killed this man before we take him back? And that's all she says. And she's directing that towards Christopher. But both you and Triezamine heard him say that. Heard her say that.
Okay, well, seeing as I have a higher investigation than Dre'gar at +1, I've rolled a 13, so that's 14.
14.
Yeah,
This-
I'd do a roll as well.
This person seems to have been killed by a magic missile.
Question to the DM.
I'll allow the question. I won't necessarily give the answer.
Would it be worthwhile for me to do a spell to detect good and evil?
I won't tell you no. I won't tell you
Well,
yes.
It takes
Because
a
if it's a magic missile, I don't know if it came from good or evil.
You can only
No.
run the test on the body, not on whatever killed it.
Oh, so it's not an area spell; it's a direct spell.
Yeah, you can check the body to see if it's evil or good, but you can't check to see if the magic missile was evil or good. That would not make sense.
So it's not an area spell, so she can't detect evil within a certain area.
Oh yeah, she can certainly detect evil within a certain area,
Oh, okay.
but it would tell her nothing about the magic missile.
Yeah. You want to just cast it while we're here anyway?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
I don't know, unless it takes up a skill slot, you might need that here. Does it take up a skill slot? But yeah, that's good. I would. Maybe save that for later. Because if we get in trouble, you might need that.
But I've not used any spells yet.
Well, you're more of a warrior than. Yeah. So yeah, up to.
Christopher? Input?
What?
They
Your
want to know
input.
if you think they should cast a detect good or evil.
I mean, it's essentially pointless.
Might help. It detects the thing.
How's Jezebel doing?
Jezebel has flown back into Treasamine's pocket now that you have found the body that Jezebel was directing you towards.
So anything beyond here that we find will be generically evil. So we have one of two choices. One is we go and face this evil ourselves, or two, we sort off back to the carriage and send the NPCs there and they can deal with it.
And I'm assuming, just a random question, if we die in this, we're dead.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you right now, you in a boss fight.